Hey guys, Sanch here. Welcome back to another episode on the Bodybuilding News Network, specifically another episode of Monday Muscle. So I hope you enjoy this installment. We have the third place winner of the 212 at this year's 2021 Chicago Pro, Kerrith Bajjo, on the show, and I really hope you enjoy this interview. A fantastic man, a fantastic athlete. We're going to get to talking to him about who he is beyond this stage, getting to know the athlete just a little bit more than what we normally would, just looking at those contest videos and shows. So I hope you enjoy this episode. Leave a like, check out the links in the description for all of his different sponsorships and affiliates, his social media, and then as well as whatever links I have in there for myself. If you want to support me, make sure you check out the Instagram, subscribe, like, enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys at the end of it. So I want to get to know a little bit more about you, and I want you to share who you are beyond the stage, more of
Okay.
like just so the fans can actually get to know the athlete a little bit more.
All
It's
right,
just
cool,
something
bro.
that's really lacking in our sport, and that's kind of like it's my thing. Like I
Yeah.
want to actually get to know you guys, so
Yeah,
that
you
when we
know
actually
that.
see you at Olympia, we can say hi.
Yeah. I
Maybe.
mean, now it's relatable. You see that we're human and, not
Yes.
not so different than yourself,
Yes.
you
We're
know.
not all LeBron.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we're just typical 9 to 5 guys, most of us. We work and, kind of do that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
simple. So question about you. Where are you located?
So I'm active duty Army, so I move every like 3 to 5 years.
Okay.
I just moved to San Francisco from Kansas City,
Thank you
so
for your service.
the beard is confusing. I'm on leave, but
Uh,
well, I try to have a beard, but yeah,
yeah,
thank you.
well,
I love what I do, but
yeah, that's
yeah, I'm in
cool.
San
That's
Francisco right
cool.
now.
That must be awesome. Expensive, but awesome.
Well, it's I live on base housing, and then they pay for my housing, so
Yeah.
it's everything's
Well,
pocket. So it's
it can't be that bad then.
no, it's not too bad. And it's just outside the Bay Area where you don't get the fog, you don't get the smog.
Nice.
The wind isn't too hard. It's really
Yeah.
pretty.
75
Um,
in front of me.
Man, it's like 75, 85 year round, except
That's up.
around winter where it's like 65. And
Yeah.
I moved here in February and people had like those big winter coats. Cause I'm
Yeah,
originally from
I don't get
Wisconsin.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's down to 60 in Florida, and they got sweaters and hoodies on. I still
Yep.
got on a tank top. Yeah, bugs me. But to each his own, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose. I suppose.
Yeah.
So are you out of Connecticut? Is that right?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to get too deep into it because I'm sure you're going to ask me later.
Sure.
Um, but Connecticut guy pretty much my whole life, and I like it here, but I don't like it here. Does that make sense?
Hmm. Okay,
It's a
like
love
small
hate.
town
Yeah,
syndrome or
not even. I
no?
just moved to this small town, probably 6 years ago when I met my girl,
Okay.
and we live together. She's actually about to walk in. I just seen her pull up. Um,
Lori, right?
yeah, Lori.
Okay.
So that's my right hand. That's my wingman. But probably come in yelling about something. I'm sure.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
ready? All right, 3, 2. Hey, what's up? What's going on? So
Which
what I wanted to say is from Connecticut.
yeah, yeah.
Um, you know, athlete my whole life, that type of stuff. Originally born in Jamaica, came here when I was like 4 years old. That's why
Wow.
you can't hear the accent, but trust me, it's there when it wants to be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, athlete my whole life, and pretty much just I never had a desire to lift weights. I hated how it made me feel.
Okay.
So I was always rejecting it. But um, around 17 years old, it's coincidental. Chicago Pro was in Atlanta. The guy that got me started gave me the bodybuilding Bible. Um, he hit me up. He's like, "Dude, what are you doing in Atlanta?" I was like, "Don't tell me you live down here." He's like, "Yeah, I moved down here about 6 years ago." So it was kind of kismet that it came full circle. I met my master, if you may.
Sure.
And, the guy that used to humble me and push me through workouts and tell me I need to do bodybuilding. And I was always like, yeah, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. I'll never put on a pair of posing trunks. It'll never happen. You
Oh, that was
know,
the hardest part, man.
right? Look at me now.
Yeah,
Look at me now. I mean, natural progression, track and field. I used to wear a singlet.
sure.
The different sport, the clothing got smaller, you know.
Man,
So,
I used to do shot and discus, and like those shorts
hey,
were still pretty short. And I was like, what are we
yeah,
doing out here,
man.
guys?
Yeah, some daisies, man. They ride up on you real
Yep.
fast.
Yep.
If you got to put the sweats on them,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. Hang on, I'm sorry. What
Are you
happened?
good?
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, she's telling me to talk more about bobsled. So I was on U.S. bobsled skeleton team at one point too. You know,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah. I guess Cool Runnings made a impact on me.
And he's from Jamaica, so that's like, wow.
Hey,
That's a
okay,
story right
okay.
there, man.
Yeah, I tried doing it a couple of times, and it's really sad how it ended, but I guess it had to come full circle.
Hmm.
Um, on my way to get to the world team combine, I got into a car accident, and
Hmm.
I'm driving from Connecticut to Albany. I don't know if you know that
New
area,
York.
but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So it's pretty long drive. I was locked up for probably 5 hours at that point, and a piece of plywood was spit up by a semi and came flying at me. Now, your natural reaction to something flying at you is to duck. So
Yep.
I twisted my hip real hard, and I knew something was off at that point.
Yeah.
But, after talking to my sister, she was like, don't get in that ambulance, get back in the car, keep driving. Meanwhile, it's 50 degrees upstate New York, and I know it's going to get colder.
Yep.
So I get to Lake Placid at the training center, and, cafeteria's closed. I had to get food out of the vending machine. I think I had a Snickers bar and a Monster
Oof.
for breakfast.
Hypo.
I woke up late and I went to the combine. Even though my hip wasn't right, I still went out there. I got a spot on the team, and I was invited to come back and go train out in Colorado. But at that point, I knew something wasn't right, and I
Hmm.
didn't want to keep doing it. They were like, well, you can come up and rehab it.
Okay.
Yeah, the love was lost at that point.
Mm.
But it makes a fun story. Not very
Yeah.
many people get to say that they did that, and it's a hell of an icebreaker. So I
Man.
did that for a while, and took 2 years off because things just weren't right. I knew that I had to get it checked out. Went to chiropractor, went to doctors. They couldn't find anything. It's kind of like the Bo Jackson hip injury, where they're like, "You're fine." He's like, "No, I know something's wrong."
Yep.
So it was that. And after the 2 year hiatus, I kind of worked my way back into the gym.
Hmm.
I met a guy. I can't remember his last name. A crazy guy, all the energy in the world wrapped up in the tiniest body. He was like Manny Pacquiao times 10. He just
Wow.
did, yeah, he did hit everything. Like, I don't know. He had it all figured out because he had great shape, but he just did way too much to get it.
Just superset everything.
Oh, God, it's
2 hour
ridiculous.
workouts,
Giant
2
sets
days.
everywhere. So I used to see him and his girlfriend at this 24-hour Anytime Fitness,
Okay.
and I was working second shift at the time, so I trained late at night.
Mhm.
And they were like, "What are you getting ready for?" I was like, "What do you mean?" I just work out. I'm just trying to get back in shape. And I would always do box jumps and things like that, and plyo stuff, the things that got me to where I was.
Right. With
Um,
track. So,
yeah, because I never really liked lifting weights, so I was just there to
right.
condition, just to look good and take my shirt off.
I mean,
And
that's what we all start with.
yeah, you wanted the abs and all that. So after after talking to him, he tells me, "Hey, you should do a show." And I'm like, "No, not this again." So he tells me that there's a bodybuilding show going down in New Haven, Connecticut, which turned out to be the show put on by the Super Gym. It's called
Okay.
the CT Grand Prix. Um,
Oh.
and it's a smaller show, smaller regional show. But he's like, "Hey, I think you could win it." And I was like, I'm not really doing anything on Saturday. Why not? Let me give
Yeah.
it a shot. So, you know, I had the hardest time finding everything. His wife, she did spray tan for like proms and things like that. So she's like, all right, well, let's figure out your color. You know, she spray tanned me and she was like, one coat hits perfect and everything else is just history. I went to that show. Um, I almost won. I lost to a local guy, uh, Daniel. I can never say his last name properly, but he's been, you know, in MD and a few other magazines have put him in
Okay.
there. So he was working with Evan Centopani, and
Huh.
he took the show. But mind you, I was a guy that had a 4 week prep. I worked with Chris Tuttle, and I think we went from 196 to 173, and I
Ooh.
almost won the show.
In
But
3 weeks?
4 weeks, yeah.
Four? That's a lot of weight in 4 weeks. Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Well, you know, as an athlete, you do what you can.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. I got
Yeah.
you.
So, you know, I had to make weight and I had to look ripped. So I didn't know what I was doing at the time. So I never knew what to expect. It was kind of
Right.
like, all right, well, if this is what everybody else does, then I'm gonna do it. You know,
Yep.
but Chris, he was a brilliant mind at the time. Not that he's not now, but you know,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
had it
yeah.
all figured out. So he got me down, and I was you know, I hate to even use this, but I was completely natural. Didn't ever want to do anything like that.
Sure.
You know, so everything just, you know, fell into place. And I went out there. I got a couple posing sessions from Kenny Wallach.
Okay.
And, yeah, here I am now. You know, it took me probably, what, 5 shows, 5 tries to go pro. Um, you know, I did three
Y-
shows
Yep.
3 shows, Team Universe 1 year. The
Yep.
second year I did Team Universe, I turned pro. Then I got 4 pro shows under my belt now.
Okay.
So I got the first show was New York Pro. Second was Tampa.
Hmm.
Um, third was New York Pro, and now I just did the Chicago Pro.
Yeah.
And you know, we've never finished less than eighth.
Wow.
So
Yeah, yeah,
that's
true, true.
that's pretty good. You know, the trajectory states that I should do better in the future.
Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
Fingers crossed, of course.
Right.
You know,
And
but
when did you start lifting weights? Because you said you didn't lift weights in
oh,
high school.
yeah, no, I was always like super strong, and I would always piss all of the weightlifters off
Oh, well, you were
because
that guy.
yeah, you
Just
know,
walk in there and rep 2 plates.
yeah. I remember there's this kid. He was super strong, right? And he was doing power cleans, and you know how technical a power clean is, and he
Yeah.
had like 185 on the bar, and I saw him struggling. I was like, "What are you doing with that?" He's like, "I'm trying to clean it," and I laughed, and I was like, "Really? Like, is it that heavy?" He's like, "You try it." So I did it, and I threw it up like nothing. And he's like, "I'm done." So,
Yep.
you know,
Yep.
I always been a strong guy, but I would get so pumped it would legit hurt, and I didn't like it. So I would stop lifting for like 3 weeks. I'd work out for like a week, stop lifting for like 3 weeks. I'm like, I'm good. I'm good for the summer, but it was very inconsistent. So I never really got regimented until I was probably about 27. And that was when I found out about bobsled.
Mm.
So things started to get a little bit more serious. I'm like, okay, well, I'll do weight training 3 times a week and I'll sprint 3 times a week. So I used to push my car when I couldn't get a sled. I'll do all kinds of creative things. I'll
Hmm.
strap the car to my back and do sprints and
Wow.
superset that with walking lunges with like 135 for 100 meters.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'd just do dumb stuff because I didn't
Just,
know what to do. Like, how do you
just
train
stupid
for
stuff.
something? Yeah, how do you train for something that you've never done? You know,
Ugh,
turns out
that's
all I
the
really
thing.
needed was It turns out all I really needed was a wheelbarrow. Yeah, I guess
Wow. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
that's what they want you to use. They're like,
Maybe flatten the
oh,
tire to make it a little harder. Yeah.
yeah, flip the
That's funny.
tire, toss the tire around the parking lot. So you find a way, and um, that really started around 27. After that, it was pretty much like, all right, let's get into bodybuilding. You know, um,
Mm.
after the injury, I came back, I bounced back. I just started growing like a weed. You know, and for a long time in that period, I was what you would consider a pescatarian.
Okay.
So,
Fish.
I was always, yeah, just straight fish, Jamaican background. We love fish,
Oh, sure. Okay.
yeah, the sea is the fruit of the earth. So, anything out of the ocean, I was eating it. But then a buddy of mine called me up. He's like, dude, I got this great job. I got to take you out for a steak. I'm like, I
Mhm.
don't eat that. He's like, why? I was like, I don't know. So
I don't
anyhow,
know. I just don't.
yeah. So he convinced me, and I had a steak, and I swear to God, since that day, my body came alive. And, I
Wow.
just been growing ever since. I mean, sure, there are other things that help me, but,
Yeah, sure.
um, just the fact of eating meat, eating red meat, and eating more, just
Mhm.
allowed me to grow, so that animal protein definitely changed my world
Wow.
instead of just being skinny ripped.
I mean that's also a thing, but we like bodybuilding, so
Yeah,
muscle, big muscle.
big muscle, heavyweight.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So I mean, so you've been lifting since 27-ish, and then you did bobsledding for what, like a couple years?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think I got injured at like 29 and a half, maybe
Oh,
30.
okay.
Yeah, I think I could have been like 30 because I took a
Mm.
good 2 years off to kind of like rehab the hip. And I
Yeah,
got
yeah.
I got out of shape. And to tell you the truth, um, bodybuilding.com started putting on like contests and things, like that at the time, like
Right, right.
get fit in 8 weeks. And I was like, let me try this, and that kind of got me off the couch. So
Mhm.
from there, I was out of shape, what I consider out of shape, 220. Most people were like, dude, you're still in shape. How'd you do it? I'm like, I didn't stop eating. you
Right.
know, yeah, never underestimate the power of the food. But yeah, so it was probably right around, yeah, right around like 31, late 32, that I got hardcore into, sets and reps and just
Wow.
regular bodybuilding training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
like 7 years later, you're at top, potentially at the top of your game in the 212.
yeah, yeah. Well,
Wow.
I never trained for second, so
I mean, yeah, I like hearing that. Yeah.
yeah. Well, we all want to win. I don't think there's a guy that's just like, hey, I want to be middle of the field, maybe second call outs.
Yeah.
I've yet to meet him.
Yeah. I don't think I've gone into a show thinking I'm going to win yet, but we'll see. We'll see. I still got a long ways to go. I'm going to make my first NPC show I'm going to do in November
Hey,
in
now,
Sacramento. So I'm really excited to do
best of
that.
luck.
Yeah,
Best
I
of luck.
appreciate it, man. It's
How long of a prep are you doing?
so I'm in prep right now. I started at 250. I'm 230 right now, and then
Okay. How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, you look like a taller guy. Yeah, I was trying to make sense of that. You look like a
Yeah,
taller guy.
yeah.
But classic or
So it's tough because like I'm just switching out of the natural organizations. I'm still natural, which
okay.
is whatever. I don't care. Um, but I'm tall and I have really long legs. I have massive legs for what people
Right.
tell me. But I love bodybuilding. Like
Yeah,
I'm not a classic guy.
yeah.
Uh, but I know I'm just not going to compare well in the open, or I think I'll be like light heavy. I think
Okay.
so.
How
I
old
don't
are
know.
you?
27.
Oh, you got all the time. You got
I
all
got
the
all the
time.
time in the world, and
Yeah.
yeah, I
Like,
got.
listen, if I start at 27 and you're starting at 27, it can be done.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not worried. It's just
I'm proof of concept that an old guy can still do new tricks.
hell yeah, brother. No, you're
All
good. You're
right.
good.
But
Yeah, I'm just
best of
slowly
luck.
figuring it
All
out.
right. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Who's your coach?
So I'm trying to work with Rebecca Woodley. She's out of Kansas City. So Ty would know her. She's really big in the Kansas City scene.
Okay.
But like beyond that, I don't really have anything else. I need to kind of solidify some stuff before I get too close to that show.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm sure you'll do well.
I
'Cause you have the education for it. So, once you have a little bit of
Yeah.
that, you crave for more. So,
Yeah, the training is getting better and more regimented. I'm finally starting to like see muscle come on in spots where it hasn't been before. So
yeah. That's
It's
always nice, right? Like, oh, yeah,
been really fun. It's been
yeah,
fun, like actually seeing my chest grow instead of just like having shoulder pain. So
yeah. Well, now you know what you're doing, so yeah, keep doing it, man.
yeah, yeah.
If it
It's
hurts, don't do it.
brother, like
Yeah,
I stopped doing free weights and stuff a while ago. Like I still love doing dumbbell, but like
yeah.
I've got a torn labrum over here that the
Oh,
doctor just said like, oh, it's fine, don't worry about it, like no surgery. And then like my right foot won't bend, so I'm like trying to get physical therapy to get that fixed. It just happened, like kind of like when you were driving and your hip just happened. That
yeah.
like 3 day drive
Was
to
it
California.
plantar fascia?
No, it's like at the top of the foot, like where that
Oh,
muscle is. Whenever I
yeah.
start to squat, it just flexes and just
Oh, wow. Yeah,
yeah, it's really
that's
weird, and it's only on the right foot.
yeah.
My wife has the same thing on the other foot.
It's probably a hip imbalance.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it usually stems back to the hip. Swear to God, you got
I
a
mean, the
headache,
whole leg
probably
is kind
starts
of
at your hip.
yeah, the whole leg's kind of funny,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
hip. I'll have to look into the
It'll get
hip.
better. It'll get better.
Yeah,
Not
eventually.
much though.
I've been training around it, and like I've seen growth, so whatever.
Right. But just think of how more productive you would be
Yeah,
after the repair. So
yeah,
see the right person, man. You know,
yeah.
that's one thing I'm big on is, active release and stuff like that. Whenever I start locking up, I have a girl here. She's really, really good.
Mm,
Like 5 minutes up the road. She always takes care of me and my girl and all my clients that I train.
okay.
So, you know, um, definitely don't neglect it or you'll regret it.
Yeah, I'm pretty bad about that, so
Put that on.
appreciate you saying it. Yeah, I'll put it on my my index cards.
There you go.
Got
Yeah,
mountains.
absolutely. But
So you're in Connecticut, right? And
yeah.
what else do you do besides bodybuilding? Like, what are your hobbies? What are your passions?
Well, passion is personal training, man. I love changing people's lives for the better. Not just training because I started a field that didn't pay any money. It was sports psychology, and I'm like,
Oh,
unless I get my
interesting.
yeah, unless I get my doctorate, there's no revenue here. So I walked away from that, but I had the knowledge of it to kind of. Can you stop that, please? Sorry about that.
I didn't hear anything, so that's fine.
All right, good. No, she's got the, and it's annoying to me because it's right here. But
Oh,
I got the knowledge, I got the background of the psychological aspect of taking care of an athlete and what an athlete goes through because I was an athlete myself.
mm,
So the training part of it kind of it loosen. It's a great icebreaker to kind of get into the head of an athlete and figure out, hey, what's going on and how can I really help you,
mm,
without knowing I'm helping you. So I get a little bit of that and that's kind of cool.
okay.
And I didn't have to spend a bazillion dollars to get a doctorate.
Right, right.
There's nothing like firsthand knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
People call me their therapist. So, and a lot of trainers really are.
Yeah, I've
We
been
know a
there.
lot. We know a lot of confidential shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The housewives come out, do your little hit Tabata class, and then they sit after for 20 minutes telling you about their husband. Yeah.
All good things. All good things.
Nothing specific. Nothing specific.
Nothing specific. All good things. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I've been
So,
there.
that's what I like to do. Passion, I would say, is travel, man. I want to see the
Yeah.
planet. If that's a plus about bodybuilding. The fact that I get to see different places.
Mm.
Shitty part is I never get to stay for too long, and when I'm there, I'm depleted, so I don't want to do anything.
Yep.
You know, like I was legit across the street from Georgia Aquarium. I was dying to see a whale shark. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have to come back and see it. Yeah, yeah.
You could have
So
just found like a wheelchair and just someone push you in there.
I wish I had my luggage, so I didn't want to
Uh,
walk around with the luggage in the aquarium.
yep.
But yeah, man, I had some slamming chicken and waffles right across the street, and I got to stare at the aquarium outside. And I was like, that's good enough. Yeah,
Yep. It counts.
yeah. Peach cobbler waffles at Atlanta Breakfast Club. Oh my God.
Peach
Oh
waffle.
my,
Okay.
the best cheat meal I've ever had since I started bodybuilding.
Wow.
Yeah, bold statement, but I could prove it.
Okay. Well, guys, you heard
Um,
it first from Kerrith that check that out and get the what was it, the
peach cobbler.
peach cobbler.
Yeah, peach cobbler waffles,
Wow, peach
chicken waffles. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I shouldn't tell you because it's an item that's on the secret menu.
Oh,
Yeah, they got two menus.
wow.
Got to find that out. Regular menu and the secret menu.
You got to earn the access to that secret one.
Yeah, yeah. You look extra hungry. We got to feed you some secret shit.
Okay. If
Yeah,
your cheeks are sucked in, they'll let you get that second menu.
absolutely. I asked for one side of chicken. They brought me two. So I was like, I'll eat that too. You can leave it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Not gonna
but
argue with that.
no, not at all, man. And the fried chicken was every bit as good as the peach cobbler. Oh,
Mm.
so good. Let me not get into food. And
I
yeah,
yeah,
that's another hobby of mine. Food.
food.
I eat everything.
I'm
I eat
weird,
everything.
man. I could do like chicken rice, chicken potatoes like 5 times a day, and like
Oh yeah, no, I
I'm
do
okay
that
with
too.
it.
I mean, it's fuel. It's fuel, but end of the day, I still love going to the city. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
New York is great for food. Fairfield County is great for food. New
Okay.
Haven County is great for food. Like, it's a lot of places to eat around here.
Mm.
So, that's what I love to do in the off season. Me and
Mhm.
my girl will try to do a different spot every weekend. It's
Okay.
kind of like, yeah, that's kind of like a thing. Probably should do a food blog because we eat out that much.
Bro, you
Yeah.
should do something. Add that to your YouTube. Like,
Uh, I planned on doing it in the off season. I just can't do it right now. Dave would be like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, I
I
said,
mean, you'd be surprised how little effort it takes. Like,
"Yeah,
it can
yeah."
go a long ways.
I do want to do it though. I think it would enhance my brand,
Yeah.
and I don't know if too many bodybuilders are focused on that one thing. You know,
Delicious food. We're
yeah.
not talking about like the Fuad meal prep episodes. We're talking about like this is some delicious, disgusting food. You
Oh yeah,
shouldn't eat
yeah.
it, but if you're going to,
Well, yeah. This is where you go.
yeah,
Pretty much the bodybuilding guy Fieri. Yeah.
yes, the
Yes. Yeah.
bodybuilder's guide to the cheat.
That's it. I got all the answers.
Jeez,
Definitely.
yeah.
So as far as your meal prep goes, 5, 6 meals, you're doing that type of deal?
If I can get 5 in, I'm really happy. I've been
Okay.
slacking. Like I'll get my
Uh-huh.
breakfast in, which is like eggs and lean beef, and then
Yeah.
it's just chicken
Dude,
and
that's the best part
broccoli.
of the day. That's the
Yeah.
best part of the
Oh,
day, right?
breakfast. I put onions and garlic in there, and then I let them what do you call it, caramelize or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Gotta be careful with the sugars though. You know.
yeah, yeah. Well, because the only carbs I have are pre and post, so the
Okay.
rest of the day it's just suffering
All
and
right.
diet soda, but it's got
Oh,
caffeine in it, which I didn't notice. So like 8 o'clock at night, I'm drinking 67, 72 grams of caffeine. I didn't realize
doesn't
it.
even doesn't even affect me anymore. I
Wow.
can drink espresso and fall asleep with it in my hand.
Oh my God, you're
Yeah,
an animal.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I love coffee. All we drink is the strong I think it's Brazilian or Dominican, but
Wow.
Cafe Bustelo,
Okay.
either that or Lavazza. Yeah, or Lavazza. Is that what it's called? It's one of the two, but it's
I'm
usually
a
Cafe.
Walmart brand kind of guy.
Uh,
I ain't
yeah, no,
fancy.
you gotta get the Cafe Bustelo from Walmart. It's like it's cheaper
Is that the
there. It's
yellow
like
one?
yes,
Oh, okay. I think I've had that before.
yeah, yeah. But
You're broadening my horizons.
yeah, that's the way to go. That's definitely the way to go.
Okay. Yeah, I love coffee. It's just I gotta like
I need a
decide like
coffee
when I want to
sponsor.
have. Do what,
I need a coffee sponsor.
bro? I didn't
Yeah,
see much on your story, so I was like, what's going on with that? You got your Lift Ugly shirts, which I thought were
yeah.
really cool, unique,
I think this is a pretty cool deal.
bro. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that is such a because I've seen it through Dave, but like I didn't actually know it was like expanded.
Yeah,
So
so I think it's me,
Derek
Just
Farnsworth,
Derek, Justin
Hakeem.
Randall, Bridget, or Brittany Diamond, um, what's his name? Boston Lloyd.
Oh, Boston.
And
Okay.
yeah, he got a shirt too. And I think that may be it. No,
Okay.
Akeem. Yeah, Akeem. You
Yeah,
said
I saw
Akeem, right?
Akeem in there. I thought I
Yeah.
saw Justin Rodriguez.
No. I don't think Justin
Wrong,
Rodriguez. I think,
Justin. Okay.
yeah, Justin Randall.
I saw a bunch of muscle and Justin. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think they're pretty cool shirts. Nobody's doing it like that, and I think it's kind of like old school where it's like,
Hell
all
yeah.
right, you're not here to be pretty.
Yeah.
Nothing about this should be pleasant. You shouldn't be smiling while you're in your sets and reps. But the common folk, the non-bodybuilders, they're always
Yeah.
thinking, oh, why you want to be an ugly lifter? Like they
Yeah.
don't get it. They don't get it.
All
And
they
if you
know
got
is like, what's the guy? All they know is like Mike O'Hearn workout videos and like, wow, he's so beautiful. It's like that's
yeah,
not real lifting. If you don't have a mouthpiece in and you're mean mugging, you're not doing it right.
right,
There's
yeah,
not a booger flying out. It ain't for
you
me.
you should be spitting on the mirror, not intentionally, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, my
know,
Instagram feed is like I'm not sponsored by Black Magic, but they always repost my stuff because I love their pre-workouts.
yeah,
They're always just like, if your face doesn't look like this, you ain't working. And I'm like, I have a thing. Yes.
true story. So,
Facts.
Black Magic, small world.
Yeah.
James Bacuzzi, you're familiar with James Bacuzzi? So he's the owner or creator of Black Magic.
Okay. I know the face. I didn't know the name. Yeah, I follow him. But yeah.
Small world. He's from the area that I live in.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I
It all
DM'd him
comes.
like a
It
year
all
ago.
comes
He never
full
got back
circle.
to me, so you'll have
He's
to
a
put
busy
something
guy.
in for you. Oh, I'm sure he is.
Yeah, he does 1,000 things for everybody. But he started that company, and I like their stuff. They got some good
Yeah.
products. Yeah,
That's like the big thing. I mean, like I literally have like it's right here.
you know.
Like I get like a 20% code, but the
Okay.
reason that I love their product so much is because it actually tastes good and I genuinely enjoy using it. And my
Yeah,
wife won't use anything else.
yeah.
So it's
Hey,
like
taste
so
with
that's why I do it.
supplements. Taste
Yeah.
with supplements is 95% of the battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Some of
I
these
know
guys, they
people.
just
I know people that are like, this stuff is destroying my stomach, but it tastes great.
yep. Zero sugar.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, like something doesn't add up. If it's hurting you, stop, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I haven't noticed that yet, but the high stim stuff though, my goodness. Like I mean, I don't know if you can see my wall of drugs over here, but
I missed, I missed it.
oh, yeah, it
It's
keeps going. Don't
practically
worry.
plastered. Yeah, it's
It keeps going.
practically plastered on, man. Oh
Yeah.
God, I got
I gotta
I
take it
got a
easy
heart
on this.
palpitation just looking at that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. And like when I
Yeah.
was in Kansas City, it was twice that size. But
Oh my.
gotta take it easy on the high stim stuff because like I'll get like these like visual migraines, which I think
Oh
is caused from like the something getting pinched. But
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. Like the vision will start to go out and then the migraine will hit. It's not
Yeah. I
fun.
actually have a client who's she's a migraine specialist.
Wow.
Yeah. That it's funny how this is kind of kismet,
Small
right?
world, man.
Absolutely. So she works for Miles for Migraines. I don't know if
Okay.
you ever heard of that company.
Mm-mm.
I don't know too much about it, but she definitely works with them, and I believe for them. But her daughter also suffers from chronic migraine. It's a big thing too, man. A lot
Mm.
of people need to pay more attention to that. You
Yeah.
know, um, Instead of just popping a pill and thinking, "Oh, that'll
Yep.
fix."
Dark
I used
room, pop
to,
a pill.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, put a wet cloth on your forehead, that type of deal. Athletes, we cut off circulation all the time. We're breathing poorly,
Yep.
most of us. But all reason to get a headache.
Hmm.
So I think that more attention needs to be focused there, and
Yeah.
make sure you take care of your head, man.
Yeah. I'm still young and I gotta focus on my health for sure.
Absolutely, you want to play the long game.
For real. I mean, I wish Ty was here, but he got caught up doing some stuff. Like
Yeah,
my dream is to go to these shows and do it right and have my backsplash and talk with you guys and like get I don't want to like negative like talk bad about anybody, but like there has been like a serious drop in the gauntlet of just like effective news coverage. And like
yeah,
actually getting to know the athletes, prepping for the shows, building up height for shows.
Yeah,
There's
I used to see more muscular development cameras backstage. I don't see that anymore.
yeah, same.
Yeah, well, I shouldn't say I don't see that anymore. I haven't seen it lately. It might be there, it might not be in the area where I am. But
Hmm.
it felt like when I first started, even at an amateur level, there was more coverage.
Right.
But it's sad when, the sport you love is going in a different direction. Um,
Yeah.
you know, it's not to say that bodybuilding is dead. It's not.
No.
It's that now we've got expanded divisions. The wellness.
Yep.
People want to see that. I mean, not kid ourselves. Sex sells.
Oh yeah.
And
Yep.
it's a attainable look for a lot of women. People want that shape.
Yeah.
And now you have a division where you can compete. And it's like, all right, well, I'm already there. I can get there if I just do a couple weeks of, prep.
Yeah.
And it appeals to everybody. They love the booty workouts,
Yeah.
so they're winning on both sides. They get the trophy, and then chances are they get the guys chasing them.
Sure.
So, with the expansion of that, it's hard to argue, that
Mm.
pretty girls aren't better to look at than muscular
Sure.
guys.
Yeah.
I would like to look at the pretty girl more than I would like to look at the muscular guy. I mean, speaking for
Yeah.
myself,
But my
but I
mind's
have,
in a different space when I'm looking at
yeah,
these two different categories. So
true, but I have nothing but respect for the guy that worked to get where he is.
yes. I think there's a lot of validity to what you said. Uh, and there is going to be that push from maybe muscular development with Ron and whoever else is there to cover that more because it's going to get more clicks. Somebody with
Yeah,
all the stuff,
yeah,
people are going to
yeah.
want to see that.
He does a great job of covering everything, though. I
Mhm.
was talking to him the other day, and he was encouraging me. He's telling me, "Hey, you need to be out there. These people got to know you." So
Yep.
when you said, "Hey, will you do a podcast with me?" I was like, "Absolutely, no question." You
Jump.
know, I,
Yep.
yeah, everything comes full circle, and
Mhm.
now I feel as if I'm in the space where mentally I'm prepared to take on more on social media and do more things like that and allow people into my life. Whereas in the past, I was kind of like, fuck, I
Mhm.
want that type of
Yeah,
deal.
just Dorian Yates it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, but they're like,
Gotcha.
if you really want to be successful, get exposure, you have to invest in social media. So as much as it cripples me to expose what I do on a day-to-day basis, I'm willing to bite the bullet because honestly, I think that it does enhance your brand, and
Yeah.
we have to do that now. The sponsorship contracts, they're not what they were. So
Yep.
you know
They're a little
how
different.
yeah, how else are you really gonna you know get to where you want to be
Yeah.
if you don't do that?
And
So
I'll be honest, man, like I'm a big fan. Like I just started following you a couple weeks ago, and I would love to hear how you season your chicken. I would
I'm,
watch every freaking second of that video, and I would
I'm
watch
nice, dude.
a
I'm
walking
so nice.
dog. I don't care.
I am
Just make
so
content.
nice. I am so nice with the air fryer. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
I don't know.
trying, man.
I don't know if
I'm
you
gonna
can hear
like
it
it.
going. Dude, air fryer, everything. I can work miracles with that thing.
Ty's
Cookies
been
in the air
telling me for
fryer.
months to do it. I finally did it, and I
Yeah.
got to get like a meat tenderizer to like thin out the chicken. Like that's
Yeah.
where I messed up because like it was too dry.
Lemon pepper wings in the air fryer. Best. Better than Wingstop. I don't
Really?
know if you got a Wingstop out there, but I'll put
I don't think
Wingstop to
so.
shame. Yeah. I'll put Wingstop to shame with that thing.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, all day. All day.
Okay.
Nachos, everything. You name it.
Nachos in an air fryer.
The best, you know,
Nacho.
Ellen,
Wow.
everything. Everything.
Just everything.
Everything.
You can
Yeah.
put your
Why
breakfast
not?
in there. Good.
Well, breakfast is different. Breakfast is a process. It's a weird process that I like thoroughly enjoy. So when I get to make my cream of rice
Mm,
and I hit it with a little peanut butter, chop a
mm.
banana in there, like that right there is the best thing in the world to me. I could eat that 6 times a day if that wouldn't constipate.
Oh
You
my
know?
God. I
Yeah,
learned that the hard way. Oh,
yeah. A little
for a
bit
while.
goes a long way. I hate to get on the other end of things, but it tastes that good, straight up. So I'll do that and making my eggs.
Mhm.
Pretty much become like a Michelin star chef when it comes to eggs. So my scrambled eggs are top notch. My niece has told me, "Hey, you got the best cheese eggs in the world. So you want heart stoppers? You come see me. I
Okay.
got you."
All
Yeah,
right. Mine are disappointing, so it's good to know.
yeah. No, if you overcook the eggs and you make them flat, I'm like, I don't want to eat it. These eggs look
Yeah.
gray. What kind of chickens did these come from? Type
Okay,
of deal.
chickens.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So yeah, I love the process of making my breakfast. That's like something that I'd love to go through. Um,
Okay.
that's the one I don't do in the air fryer.
Yeah, breakfast is like that one meal where it's like, this is my time. I get to
Yeah,
drink my coffee and just be a scientist for a little bit.
absolutely. And in my house, at that time when I get up, because I'm usually up, I don't know, 3:30 to go train clients for 5.
Mm.
I get peace of mind. I'm thinking about my day. I'm processing, and it's silent. The dog's not barking. Like everything is just silent. Everybody's out, and I'm just processing. What am I
Mm.
going to do? I'm programming. I'm programming for them, programming for myself, coming up with new techniques if need be, thinking
Mm.
about previous injuries of my clients. How can we train around this? How can
Wow.
I strengthen this? So that's my sacred space is breakfast. It's so
Mm.
essential. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mine's
I'm
mine's breakfast, somebody else's might be meditation.
Yeah. Yeah, I might have to turn off the podcast or something and just like take a second. My wife's been telling me that for a while. Like, you are actually terrified of silence. I'm like, well,
Yeah.
it's not effective.
It's funny. I was watching the news. There's actually like a registry for quiet spaces now
Huh.
because mankind has made so much noise pollution that even in the wilderness, you still get reverb from, the things that we're doing in the distance.
Wow.
So, yeah, there's like no natural sound. It's
Hmm.
all, man-made and organic.
Yeah.
So there are certain parks that you legit can't talk. Like they don't want you to
Wow.
say shit. You go there, you're just quiet.
Okay.
It's kind of like that app.
That app?
Calm, calm.
Oh, Calm. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that deal.
Hmm.
There goes the air fryer right there. You hear it?
Nope.
Good.
You got a good mic.
All right. Nice. Well,
That
yeah,
kind of
man. Is
reminds me
there
of
any? Is it? I'm
sky
sorry.
parks. Kind of reminds me of the sky parks, like those.
Okay.
I took Jasmine to one where you could actually see like the entire Milky Way, and there's like no lights for like 10 miles in any direction.
Yeah.
It's like a national sky park. I don't know what it's called. I'll put it in the comment sections for you guys that are watching. But it was so cool. You just lay there and just watch the meteor showers, and
Oh, that's so.
it was it was
Where's that? Kansas City?
no, 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 oh gosh, no, it was Door County in Wisconsin.
Oh
So
wow.
like
Yeah.
if you're in Wisconsin, like all the way up on the peninsula of that the thumb of Wisconsin, it's just desolate
Yeah.
woods and lakes for
Yeah.
hundreds of miles.
I'll probably never go there.
It's beautiful, but I mean,
Sure. I'm sure.
it's the same
It's,
temperature as Connecticut.
yeah.
Well, in the summer, yeah, we can get to 90s, hundreds. In the
Okay.
winter, -20, -30.
Yeah.
The
We don't really get that here, but
oh no, oh
definitely we'll get snow. But it never stays anymore. You know.
oh
Yeah. Global warming. That deal.
yeah, I haven't seen a good snow. I mean, I've been active duty for almost like 7 years now, so
Yeah.
I haven't been in Wisconsin for a minute. But
Yeah. Furthest west that I've ever been is probably Chicago.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. And it
it's
was
not
it was
very
for
west.
it, it was a layover, and that was it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a hurricane at the time. I think I was flying back from Florida, and
Mm.
they diverted our plane. Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was it. That was it. You know, I love to travel though, man. If I could right now, what we'd like to do is post a show, take a vacation. Uh,
Uh-huh.
but then Tampa, I mean, I should say Chicago didn't happen the way I wanted it to.
Okay,
So
fair.
Tampa was 2 weeks after. I was like, all right, you know what? I want to shut it down, but
Mm. 2
right,
weeks.
we're
You're
right
so
there,
close.
right there. So,
Yeah.
you're on the cusp. And, shortly after, you got Texas in the horizon.
Yep.
And,
Which no one's
not,
talking about for some reason.
yeah, I'm not trying to be greedy or anything, but I did say that I wanted to win multiple shows this year. Like that was kind of goal of mine.
Uh-huh.
And I don't do this, fugazily. Like I
Yeah.
do this. Like I live the lifestyle, not 100%, but when
Mhm.
I can fit it into my life that way, I'm a bodybuilder, no question.
Mhm.
So I want to do shows. I wish there were more shows, and I wish they were stacked week to week. Where
It's coming, man.
yeah,
20
consecutive.
2020, 2021 were kind of funky. It'll
Yeah,
get
I
back to
mean,
it.
we're coming out of it, and Lord willing, we haven't even spoke on the whole situation we've been going through. You
Yeah.
know,
It's not
and
very ad friendly.
no, no. So you know, in this whole process, when this was at its height,
Yeah.
um, gyms closed down. Everybody's trying to find a gym, underground gym to train at. My job at where I was at the time gave me a stipend, a fitness stipend.
Wow.
So I bought a ton of equipment, put it in the garage, and never used it. Never used it.
Dang.
I tried. So I shut it down for 4 months. But in hindsight, I think it was for the greater good
Mhm.
because everything post that situation in the gym, once the gyms
Mhm.
opened up, was uphill. Like I was growing, I was growing, I was growing. And to be honest, we had to slow down my growth. It was kind of like,
Mhm.
hey, you're not going to fit in the 212. And, I was talking, the biggest compliment that I got this weekend was from Lee Haney.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, the goat's right there. And, he's like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I'm competing this weekend. He's like, in the open? And I was like, haha. So he tells me, no, you should be in the open, and I was like, maybe soon. He's like, no, you really should do the open. You've got the structure for it. And, it'd probably be a better fit. But this year we grew so fast. It's like
Mhm.
we had to throttle it back a little bit.
Wow.
And, I can eat. Like
Mhm.
food for me is never a problem. Dave tells me eat this, eat this. I'm gonna eat that. And I'm
Yep.
gonna be like, at it.
Right, right.
We got a little more room. But I do envision long term doing a few open shows. We kind of had that loosely scheduled for this year, but seeing
Mm.
how competitive the 212 is, like I really want a slice of that pie, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to look away from that one because you got Flex now, he's in the open. A few other guys, Brett Wilkin. Wow,
Freak. In the
wow.
most kind way of saying it, like
Oh yeah, no,
just
I met him this weekend, and I got to tell you, like nothing but respect for that guy. I knew he was gonna do that. I
mhm.
texted him and I was like, dude, you're about to kill it. And sure enough, I'm at the airport and I'm looking at updates, and I see this guy and I'm like, he might take the show. It was very close. Because from the
Mhm.
back, I gotta say, there's some shots that he was winning.
Yeah.
I know photos don't translate,
Yeah.
especially being of the sport, you know better.
Yep.
But, certain pictures taken at certain angles, you're scratching your head and you're like, he's about to pull this off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I thought both of you were gonna win your respective classes. It was close,
thank,
man.
thank you. I was told I came in a little bit softer for the night show.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
I personally, I didn't agree.
I didn't see it.
When I was at the hotel, I know I was sharper. I
Okay.
think what could have threw people were, the little variables. I switched my trunks.
Okay.
And sometimes certain trunks don't look right with a certain color.
Mm.
So, presentation is part of it. So it could have threw people too far off.
Mm.
I don't know, but in my own opinion, in my girlfriend's opinion, and Dave's opinion, we were tighter. But
Okay.
I could have not presented it in the right way.
Okay.
So
Huh. Were the is it maroon? Were the maroon trunks your
yeah,
finals?
maroon. No, maroon was prejudging.
Prejudging. Okay.
Maroon was prejudging. Then I switched up. I did silver.
Silver.
At request of my suit sponsor, Suits by Amy. She's
Yep.
awesome. She's the best. Um, all her trunks are fire. If you need them,
Was Bajo 10?
I'm sorry,
Was it Bajo 10?
Bajjo. Bajjo.
Bajo. Bajo.
Bajjo.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I got to teach people how to say my name.
Bro, you
'Cause,
gotta
yeah,
just hammer it down.
I need a button. Like, you know how you got to type your name in on Facebook?
Yep.
If that automated machine can say it properly, a human can say it
Bro,
properly.
make a shirt. Make a shirt with the
Yeah,
with the
broken it
sounding
down.
of it and
Yeah,
then the correct spelling.
I might just have to do that. But they'll they'll probably look at it and be like, "Care, why you have so many names?"
What's a carrot Bajo? No, no, no.
Yeah, no, it's true. They'll see the broken down form and think that each part is my name.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, that's people for you.
Yeah, you
Overanalyzing.
can't fix stupid.
But yeah, I been getting that my whole life, dude. I've
Yeah,
been getting called Kevin, Keith, Kenneth.
Kevin.
Yeah, I've been asked, "Are you sure you're spelling that right?" Like, motherfucker, what?
It's my
And
name.
yeah, not even my first name, my last name as well. So
Mm.
it's been a journey with that, and oh God, don't even try saying it over the phone. Over the phone, it's a nightmare. I'm like,
I'm with
I'll
you, man.
yeah, yeah.
My
Your
last
last
name's
your last
11
name is,
characters.
go ahead, hit me with it, because I don't want to mess it up.
Sanchigro.
Oh wow, yeah, no, I was off.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
know how it was off. It's spelled out, but yeah, yeah,
It honestly it is spelt out Sanchigro.
yeah.
You just have to
German?
know French and German, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right,
Yeah.
yeah. Pretty unique combination.
It's so there's I don't know. I have my grandpa told me the story. There's a province between France and Germany called Alsace-Lorraine, and I guess like tribes would take over the area and then
Yeah,
they'd keep adding the grow to the name, and then when the French would take over they'd take it off, and somehow
yeah.
it turned into what it is now, which makes no sense because when I look at the lineage, we came from Canada and the last name was Sanchanagrin, and then
Oh,
before that it was like Romos, so it's like
wow.
I don't know what the truth is.
Yeah, no, I haven't looked into the whole lineage thing. I
My
watched
sister's a nerd for it,
I
so
watched Black Mirror, and
okay.
I don't want them to have my DNA.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's fair.
I don't know if you've ever watched it, but yeah. No,
The government
honestly,
has everything on me.
I don't really care. Like, we did it for the dog, but I just don't care that much.
Mhm.
You know, I'm
I
here
mean,
now.
I always thought it was like a white people thing.
Yeah,
It's just small town white people are like they want to know more about like they want to add some value to their life because they're
yeah.
never going to leave that
I'm not
small
gonna
town.
disagree. I'm not gonna sit here and disagree because hey, it's kind of it. But
Yeah.
Lori's always watching this show, where they're tracing back their DNA, this
Mm,
ancestry show, and
okay.
I go in there. I'm like, why do you even care what their family
For
lineage?
real.
You
For
don't know
real.
these. But
He was related to Shakespeare. Like,
yeah,
okay.
exactly. Like, you think Shakespeare really cares if that's his cousin?
Yep.
Sure, I'm sure he's doing just fine. But yeah, never really appealed to really do it. But the dog is cool because it's like, all right, what's she mixed with? And
That is cool. Yeah.
uh, we got a 90-pound pit, Princess Leia. Yeah, so
I want a
stupid.
pit.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of
It's tough.
responsibility, man. It's
Yeah.
a child.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
always a child.
When me and Jasmine, when we're ready to have kids, we'll get a dog. That's
Yeah,
kind of like the conversation.
that's the way to do it. And you can't just have one. You can't just have one. It's tough.
Well, she has
It's
3
tough.
cats, so we have 3 cats.
It's tough. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really tough.
Yeah. So we just lost one the other day. She was 16 though.
Wow.
Best in the world.
Mhm.
Lost her back in March, I think. And no. Might have been April or even early May. But we had to
Spring.
put her down. Yeah, we had to put her down. But best dog in the world. Never
Yeah.
needs a leash. Loves people. Loves other dogs. And
Mhm.
she was the best guard dog because if you walk by our house, she's barking. You
Yep.
know. Meanwhile, the pit's just chilling there. I'm like, you're supposed to be the intimidating one.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't do shit but lick people.
It is something, Dad.
Right? Exactly. Like, come here, let me lick you.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's my job. That's it.
pretty much. But yeah, I mean, big dog guy. It's who I use for my personal logo for training.
Okay.
Apex personal training, and I do that on the side. Like I said, love transforming lives, and that's a little bit about me.
Okay. Apex. Now, is that strictly in person in Connecticut, or do you do online as
Yeah,
well?
I haven't really ventured out into the online world. It's not that I'm opposed to it. It's just that I haven't crossed that bridge yet,
Okay.
and it's still at grassroots level, and I don't mind it growing organically. You know,
Okay.
slow and steady. I just want to make sure I do everything right.
Right.
And I know in business that's impossible, but I want to get as much right as I possibly can.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
just doing the best job you can
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah. I mean,
I
get
got
as
you.
close to, it's like prepping. You want to be as good as you can possibly be on that day.
Yep.
So we just try and hopefully we get to expand and one day open a brick and mortar where it's a gym slash few other
Yeah.
things.
That's the dream, man. Yeah. A
Yeah.
wellness center with little booths on the side for chiropractic and yeah.
Everything. I want to
Yeah.
take care of everything. I want you to be able to be one-stop shop fitness.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So and that's something that's in the horizon. But don't put the wagon before the horse. Is that
Yeah.
how it goes? Right? Yeah.
Yes. Wagon. I mean,
Yeah.
logically that makes sense. I don't know
Yeah.
about sayings. I'm a
Unless the
little
horse don't
behind on
push,
that stuff. Yeah, unless it's a big horse and he's pushing,
right?
which would be
Yeah.
interesting to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're working on that, and Apex is my baby, so I don't want to mess her up.
Hmm.
You
Yeah.
know, you start out a test with 100, all you could do is mess it up.
Mm. Yeah.
Keep
My
it perfect
baby.
as long as you can.
Yeah. My baby's called Iron Pride Performance. That's
Okay.
that's my baby. It's gonna be a wellness hub somewhere someday when I retire from the army, or if this bodybuilding news network blows up the way it is right now, uh, build that media piece into that wellness center. That's my
Yeah,
dream.
no, I think you got something there.
Yeah.
Definitely, like talking to you. I've never really done something like this. Again, getting
Getting you out
out
of
of
your
my
shell.
comfort zone. Yeah,
Yes.
and
Yes.
I have a training client. He's gonna probably be really pissed at me because I told him I would do his podcast, and you got in
Dang.
there before he did. You know,
Hey,
might want to edit
I'm
that
just
part.
trying to share the fans and the athletes. Like I'm just trying to
Yeah,
bridge that gap.
yeah, edit that part out.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He could be like, "Come on, man! You even mentioned me."
Yeah, no, true. Well, I got to introduce him to Ron Harris the other day,
Oh wow,
and
that's cool.
that made his day because I know that's where he wants to be.
Oh, okay.
So, nicest kid in the world. He actually is moving to Tennessee,
Hmm.
and he was in Tennessee at the time, moving from Ridgefield, Connecticut. Um, he was in there visiting his father. I guess his
Uh-huh.
father's stationed there or something,
Okay.
but drove 4 hours to come see me compete. And I was like, dude, you actually came? I was like, who does that? This is the nicest thing
That's
anyone's ever done, you know?
wow.
And he's like, I got to
That's
support my
something.
trainer.
Yeah.
And he's a huge bodybuilding nerd.
Good.
So, yeah, that's kind of cool. And
We
he's,
we need more nerds.
yeah, I mean, Dude, when you figure this all out, you realize that science wins every time.
Yeah.
You're talking about the human anatomy, and it's not a simple machine.
Yeah.
So the more you know about it, call me a nerd. Shit, it's cool.
Well, you're only gonna have like one or two branch warrants. Like the rest of us got to figure it out the right way.
Yeah, I don't like pain that much. I
Yeah.
really don't. I really don't. I'm not soft, but if I don't need to, why bother? You
Yeah. I
know,
like the pain from good pumps. I don't like the pain from
hip
bad
replacement.
hinging and stuff.
Yeah,
That's I don't
absolutely.
need that. I don't need that.
Yeah, I got to go to work tomorrow.
Yeah. For real. Yeah. I'm doing stuff after I retire from this.
Absolutely.
Man.
And no shots to Branch Warren, but
No, absolutely
I wouldn't be caught dead on a horse. I actually have a client, she rides, and
not.
she's
Mhm.
been trying to get me out there. I'm like, what's my big ass gonna do on a horse? I've seen Generation Iron.
Yep.
Anything can happen out there. This guy's getting ready for the Olympia, and then the horse that he normally rides kicks him off.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I'm
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
I'll
Big
watch
ass
Netflix.
yeah, big ass animal. I'm good. Yeah.
Jeez.
It's too much horsepower on him. No
Yeah,
pun
honestly.
intended.
Oh my God. You're the
Yeah,
worst.
dad joke of the year, right? Um, but yeah, Tampa in 2 weeks, Josh. I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to
Yeah.
be good. I know. Right now, there's no way that Ahmad's not stepping in there. That'd be,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be almost.
Is he in the States right now?
From what I'm told, he moved to California. I don't know too much about him
Really?
because I don't know if he speaks English, but I was speaking to his trainer, just in brief conversation, and
Yeah.
he congratulated me. But hearing Dave tell it and a few other people, I think he relocated to Cali and
Okay.
he's training.
Ashkenani, right?
No, no, no. Body, I think is his
Oh,
name.
oh, the Warren. You want to say El Somebody, but it's got like
Yeah.
Wardney in it or something. I've been roasted in the
Yeah.
comment section, so I'm just saying, guys, it's not me, it's him. I didn't say it.
My bad, B. His name is Ahmad. All right. How about that?
Okay. Yes.
And listen,
Yes.
I've been getting it my whole life, so hey,
Yeah.
whatever.
You get one. You get one.
Yeah, whatever. But nice guy. Shook his hand after the show. But I don't know if he doesn't speak English, but it was tough, communicating what I wanted to say to him.
Okay.
Then you got Bo Lewis. He's supposed to be doing that. He's out of Tennessee.
So
Uh,
he actually recently announced he switched to open.
no,
Was he just joking?
yeah, yeah, no, he's doing 212.
Okay, because
He's
I asked
doing.
him and he said, yes, I'm going to open. I'm like, I thought he was joking, but I'm like, okay, this is so cool.
I would be shocked
Maybe he's
because
double joking me.
yeah,
I'm gonna say
yeah.
something
I
to him.
hope I'm not breaking anything, but
No,
from what
he put it on Facebook, and I was like, this is crazy.
well, he also said that he was shutting it down for the year. And when I texted him, I was like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, oh,
Oh, he's putting all this stuff out here to throw people off. Nah,
yeah,
yeah, he's not doing open.
yeah, he's being an entertainer. But he told me I'll see you in Tampa. So chances are, hey,
Okay.
I'm not going to compete on the same day as the open guys. So,
Yeah.
you know, when else would he
Hmm.
see me?
I don't
I
know.
hate to be breaking, popping his bubble if he was planning on surprising people. But yeah, he's going to be a tough guy to beat.
Yeah. Yeah,
From what
a very well balanced physique. Nothing too overbuilt. Nothing too lacking.
and he's only gotten better. He's only
Yes,
gotten better.
every year. Yeah.
Um, he's going to be there. I can just imagine that everybody who wants to qualify for the O is going
Yep.
to try to be there.
Yep. It's just going to get deeper and deeper the closer we get.
Yeah, I mean, it's that season. It's that
Well, people
season.
didn't do New York, people didn't do Indy, and that's didn't do Cali. And the people that didn't do those shows, they're going to play catch up. And we're going to miss out on some amazing competitors at the Olympia because they just pushed it off. I don't know.
Hey, look,
It is
you're
what it is.
you're you're only your only thing that you can control is you,
Yes.
and that's really all you need to worry about. But
Yes.
end of the day, you don't control who shows up. Just be better than the
Yeah.
next.
Yeah.
Just
People
be
don't
better.
understand that. Like, they're like, oh, I can't believe he won. It's like, well, you can only compete against who else is on the stage. Like, what do you want them to do?
Exactly. Well, I love, the other day, oh my God, this one drove me crazy. Where they compared me to Brandon Curry in a side by side, and we're different gyms, different lighting, different stages of prep. And I'm looking at it like, all right, listen, I'm flattered. Don't do that. Like that's Mr. Olympia. Like I don't even compare myself to a Mr. Olympia. Like, don't do
Right.
that to me. That's Brandon Curry. Like, have some respect.
Yeah. And I like a lot of the comparison channels. I've been there before.
I mean,
It's
I
it's
follow
inter-
him, but sometimes I cringe. I'm like, why? Why? Like, why
yeah.
would you?
I think
You
it's
know,
a
I,
different kind of audience. The people that
yeah,
are going to watch this are different from the people that are commenting like, "Oh, Brandon wins all day." Like, okay, it's kind
yeah,
of obvious that that's the Mr. Olympia. Like,
yeah. Well, I've seen it go both ways, and I'm like, why? For the most part, I've seen a lot of comments that should have been not said on both
yeah,
sides.
people don't think. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm like, you guys don't even realize how hard you haven't even done a regional show.
Most of them have never even, yeah,
Dieted. They haven't
they haven't
suffered.
even dieted. Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't suffered. They don't know the process. They don't understand that, at the time, I think I might have been 12 weeks out,
Uh,
from Chicago when I took the photo. And Brennan, if I'm not mistaken, was like a couple weeks out from the Olympian.
wow.
Two different stages of prep, he's in natural lighting. I'm in a posing room.
Yep.
It's like, you can't do that, you know?
Mm.
I don't
Yeah,
know
you,
if he
you need people to go in those comment sections and educate them. Be like, hey guys, you should be looking at this stuff. But
don't even try. Don't even
yeah,
try. I try it all the time, and they'll be like, "Well, your mother wears a size 14 shoe," and I'm like, "Oh my God, like, come on, can't win with these guys."
no.
So they'll always go around whatever the right argument is. The internet
Yeah.
trolls, like they even tried to do it the other day with myself and Keon,
Okay.
and it was tough, man. I mean, I found myself, in a position where, listen, I'm no pushover. You talk shit about me, I'm going
Right.
at you.
Right.
So it's tough for me sometimes to stay reserved and not answer these people, but I know they don't stop.
Mhm.
Like
You're just
we go
fueling their
e-
stupidity.
exactly, and all that's doing is raising my cortisol. And I'm like, I know
Yep.
better. I know better. Why am I even bothering with this? You
Mm.
know, and then I'm like, all right, I put a phone down. Lori texts me, did you see this shit? I'm responding to every one of these motherfuckers right now. And that's my biggest security guard right there, because she
That's the
does
big
not.
stick.
Oh man, dude, and she'll swing too. Don't get it
Yeah.
twisted. Swing on you. So she definitely will defend me to the core, and I'm like, don't entertain these people. They'll not stop, and then they go get their friends.
Yeah.
You know,
It's not the audience that we want.
yeah. I'm like, they have Wi-Fi. It will never stop.
Yep. Yeah, they
So
got their mom's phone and free Wi-Fi. They're on
that's
summer break. They're good to go.
yeah. You can't win. You can't win. But other than that, Josh, I don't know. I don't know what else you'd like to know about me, man. Talking with you has been real.
Yeah, I love just talking, so it's fun, and I got to learn a lot about you, which is big for me, and it's also big for everyone watching. So it's fun to be a fan, and then also just dabble in this journalism stuff. So
Cool, man. I mean, if there's any other time that you do want me to come on,
for sure.
gladly. But I
Well,
gotta get me a meat one.
yeah. I mean, I'm dying too. I'm like getting hot sweats. I'm so hungry.
Yeah,
I'll try to get you for like 20 minutes before Tampa because I know you're gonna be swamped. I
have,
know I
have
was
some
trying to get
fun,
Jason on
too.
this show yesterday, but something didn't work out. So I know he'll be on
Roku,
Sunday, I think. Yeah,
Roku.
Broku. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I met him. Taller than I thought too.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
I realized, like, hey, I'm even in the short division. I'm the shortest. Yeah, I think the only guys that I may be taller than are Justin Randall and Sean Clarita.
I was
I
gonna
think
say Sean,
I
at
think
least Sean. You got one.
I might outsize those guys in height. In height, Sean's a friggin' monster. Yeah, that dude. Like I saw him the other day. I'm like, you cannot fit through doors straight on. There's
Pocket
no
Hercules. Yeah.
dude. His shoulders are stupid dumb, just wide. Like
Uh-huh.
I don't even know how he fits in car. Like
Wow.
seriously.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Kerrith. I kept you a long time. I appreciate you coming on here and sharing with the audience who you are and what you're about beyond the stage.
Yeah.
Before we cut out, did you want to say anything about the Tampa Pro? You know you're going to be competing with Bo unless he's in the Open for some reason.
He ain't in
Um,
those. But he's playing with the audience.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. All I know is it's going to be a hell of a show. It's not going to be easy. Every bit as difficult as Chicago, if not more, because I know everybody wants that qualifier,
Yeah.
but I don't think they want it more than I do.
Mhm.
Ever since I started this, like I sent out a warning shot, as an amateur. I posted it in my first Instagram. Thanks to Chris Tuttle, the person that got me back on social media, because I was good with it. But I think it might have been like my second or my third post where I said 212, I'm coming,
Mhm.
and I'm here. Shortly after I made that post, I met Hide and Irish Kyle in an elevator in Teaneck, New
Wow.
Jersey. And I said to Hide, I was like, one day I'm gonna be on the pro stage with you, in some capacity.
Right.
Because I figured he'd probably retire by the time I got there. He's been doing this for a while, but
Mhm.
now he's got the show in Japan, and
Yeah.
Lord willing, Japan's opens doors to outsiders. I could do that show this year. But this year
That would
was
be
the
cool.
year. Yeah, I'm who wouldn't want to see Japan?
For
But
real.
this
Yeah.
year was the year I was prepared to do multiple shows. Didn't matter the venue. I just want to do multiple shows. I wanted to treat it like it was bodybuilding of old, and get out there and let the
Yeah.
people see who I am.
Yeah.
But
Do the Grand
we're work,
Prix.
we're working on it. We're working on it.
Yeah.
I wish they would have more opportunities for us to get out there and really kind of run the gamut of
Mhm. Well, I mean, looking into early seasons of 2022, I mean, I think that there might be some new shows coming up. There might be some shows that have been canceled that are going to be coming back.
yeah.
As these restrictions are lifted, it's just going to be more opportunities for these athletes to be able to show what they got.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what the Rock show looks like, if that's going to still
Yeah,
happen.
Athleticon will be interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that'd be super cool. I mean, big fan, and it just sounds like it's going to be a huge expo.
yeah,
And as much as I'm invested in bodybuilding, I've yet to go to a show that has an expo, or I should say, a substantially larger expo. Because my
hmm
second show was the Europa show in Hartford. The
okay,
last year they had it. Um, that was right after Ronnie Coleman came back from China, and he was in a wheelchair.
wow,
And yeah, that was kind of like where Ron started having like injuries and stuff. And it was kind of like, I wouldn't say a decline of his career, but
hmm
decline of his physical state. You
yeah,
know, um, and that was the second time I met Ronnie Coleman. First time I was at work. I was working for Staples as a delivery guy, and
okay,
I heard on the radio that Ronnie Coleman was going to be in Chicopee, Mass. Now, at the time, I lived in Hartford, Connecticut,
hmm
so I got out of work late that day, and I was busting my ass so I could go meet Big Ron. He didn't even know this. Never told this story, but I got home. I was semi car guy, so I had a stage 2 tune kit on my Saab, and I know my car could skip. And thank God I don't have that car. It's many, many years, so I think
uh,
the statutes of limitations have run out. But if you know anything about Hartford traffic at 5 o'clock at night, you don't want to
mhm.
be in it. I got in my car and I think they said he's going to wrap up at 6. I was like, I'm going to make it. Went home, took a shower. I'm like, shit, I got 20 minutes. I did 145 miles an hour from Hartford to Chicopee. I was the fastest thing, Ricky Bobby, shake and bake. And I got in line before they closed the doors. And I got there and they were like, all right, well, Ron's got to eat. I'm like, shit. But they kept the doors open. Ron ate, and then he met everybody, shook his hand. And that's one of the first pictures on my Insta when I got to meet Ronnie Coleman for the first time. And that was probably like the biggest motivator, like, hey, I could do this.
Yeah.
You know, I could do this. And my friends were in my ear at the time because I kind of out-angled Ron a little bit in certain areas. Certain areas, like they're like, your forearm is as big as his. And I'm like, you're an idiot. But I like that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was like, keep going with that, let me hear more of that. And that kind of like sparked this obsession that I have with bodybuilding now. The healthy obsession of constant improvement.
Yes,
so.
Focusing on the healthy part, making it a healthy obsession.
Yeah. I didn't say bodybuilding was healthy. I said I have a healthy obsession.
Right.
Yeah.
Constant improvement.
Yes. And that translates into regular life too.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, man.
But I don't want to hold you. I got an appointment I got to get to.
Yeah, I'm holding you.
Yeah, and I got a date with my microwave right now. And then
we're both dying.
Yeah. Gotta eat.
Easy. Did you want to plug anything at the end?
No, I don't really got any products to plug. Locally, I got my training business, but I'm not really trying to expand online right now.
Okay.
But I appreciate that gesture.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already like organically plugged everything I know about you, so all your brands and stuff. So we're good.
Hey now.
You're like, we did.
Yeah. No, I do mention. I did mention Lift Ugly, Suits by Amy. Yep. It's pretty much all I got for sponsors. I'm looking for a sponsor. Mm-hmm. Here we go. Unsigned athlete, #1 free agent. Talk to me.
Favorite
Instagram,
to win the 2021 Tampa Pro in the 212.
Turn up. IFBB Pro _ Kerrith Bajjo. Bajjo. Yeah. Focus on that. Let me plug my name. Kerrith R.
Don't worry about the money. Just say the name right.
That's it. Get my name right the first time.
All right. Kerrith Bajjo, I appreciate you making time for us and the fans. And we look forward to talking to you before you step on stage at the Tampa Pro.
Joshua Sanchigro, my guy. Woo! Thank you. Yeah, I got it right. Thank you, man. I appreciate you reaching out. And I love you guys for supporting me. So, I'm not going to stop turning up. You guys don't stop turning up for me.
All right, man. We expect to see a very good package at the Tampa. So look forward to it.
It'll be the best, Jed.
The best.
The best, Jed.
Facts.
All right.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, later.
Hey guys, Sanch here. Thank you so much for watching the entire episode where we had an interview with Kerrith Bajjo. We really appreciate you guys actually watching the content. Please support the athlete. Go to his social media, follow him, like his content, say hi, tell him Sanch sent you. And also, since you've made it to the end of the video, I want to know what you guys want to see for the next video. We have a couple different ideas of content. I'm going to try figuring out a way we can do a poll where you can vote on it since we haven't reached the amount of subscribers to have the community tab. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you want to see next on the channel? We have Zach Merkel versus Hassan Mustafa. We're going to do a side-by-side breakdown of that. And then we also have a couple different videos where we're going to look at some of the placings from the Chicago Pro. And then there's also a 212 Olympia qualification show coming up in 4 days. So we're going to be covering that heavily starting tomorrow. I completely missed it. Daniel over at Bodybuilders Without Borders, he missed it. It's just one of those shows that was really flying under the radar. So we're going to be diving into that heavily starting tomorrow, prepping up for that, and getting some news coverage of that show and the athletes. So stay tuned for that. For all my Latina country guys, if you guys know these athletes specifically, or if you have their social media tags, send them to me. Put them in the comment sections below. It'll make the videos a lot easier to make, finding all these athletes. But Thank you so much for watching another installment of Monday Muscle here on the Bodybuilding News Network. The channel has blown up. I cannot fathom. I couldn't have fathomed the result that we had so far with the coverage of the Chicago Pro. The over 1,000 new subscribers to this channel is mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Over 100,000 views on a high traffic channel with ads. That's $500 to $2,500 in ad revenue a month. So to think that that kind of money could be coming this way is very humbling, and it's very motivating to keep making this content for you guys and keep upgrading the content. Once we have a supplement sponsor for this channel, for this show, we're going to be doing lots of giveaways to give back to you guys for watching this content. So I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from Josh. I appreciate it. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you guys in the next installment of Monday Muscle.